Hi everyone, my name is Vanessa Jimerson. My location is West Fairbanks over by Chena Ridge. I'm really close to the Fairbanks International Airport. So my results were from March 19th to the 24th, and I recorded them all around 2 p.m. And my NWS data location is at the Fairbanks International Airport, which is really nice because I'm right next to that. So this is the my observation sheet, and these are the temperatures throughout the week and the pressures. This week was the week where it started to get pretty darn warm in Fairbanks. And when recording, the pressure matched up with my temperature very well. As the temperature increased, my pressure was increasing. During this week of my observations, there was barely any wind. I'd say for the Beaufort scale, it would probably be either like a zero to 2. There was very, very light wind. And I want to say about half the sky was covered in clouds, but they were very thin cirrus clouds, I believe. So going over to the air temperature graph. Oops, sorry. There we go. Okay. So for my air temperature, it was really nice. I don't know if it has anything to do with because I'm super close to the airport where the NWS temperatures are recorded, but it's looking like my temperatures matched up perfectly with theirs. So that's very, very pleased with that. And again, all of my temperatures were taken around 1 to 2:30 p.m. And again, during this whole week, there wasn't a lot of clouds. Um, Looking at my cloud guide, I'd say they were the cirrus clouds and maybe like half coverage of the sky, but very thin, very transparent, and there was no precipitation this week. Um, no snow, no rain, and again, the wind was very, very calm. The wind that I did feel, the very little that it was coming from the northeast. And again, the Beaufort scale was about anywhere from 0 to 2, I'd say. So whoops, sorry. My max and my min temperatures over here. So, uh, the maximum that I got was around 50 degrees, which is, I just think that is insanely warm for Fairbanks in March. That's crazy. And my minimum, during the nighttime, it would still get pretty darn chilly. Around, I think 11 degrees was the coldest it got at night. Um, and so for the NWS, well, let's go back to this one. So for the NWS temperatures, you can see, I'm sure theirs was a lot more accurate because they're taking it like I don't know how they do, maybe every hour during the day. So you can see theirs is dropping, going up and down, and um, mine is right in the middle with for the time. Yeah, and mine are matching up good. So, but the temperature would get really hot during the day, very cold during the night. And this was definitely the week where I started to notice it was definitely springtime, which is so weird because usually that doesn't happen until now, like the middle of April. So let's move on to the pressure slide. There we go. So I think I'm not sure if I got it accurate. It kind of looks like I was a little bit off. I'm not sure why that is. Um, So for my station, it seems like here I got a really low reading, but also the barometer for me is very tricky. I've had difficulties trying to read it since the beginning of the semester, so I don't know what happened here. Maybe I just didn't read it correctly, but it's good to see that when like we start getting to the 21st and then up for these 2 days, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, you can see it is kind of accurate, my readings. So that's good. So again, I'm not sure what happened with this first day right here. So yeah, those were the pressures for the week. So moving on to, let's see these TV maps. So again, my readings, I started on Tuesday. So this is where it started, and again, I'm in Fairbanks, so sorry if it's hard to see my cursor, but I'm in Fairbanks, so kind of around here by this blue circle. And one thing I noticed when looking at these TV maps was right here it says there's little snowflakes, and I think up here it says that means that it was snowing, and I don't remember it snowing, so I don't know. Maybe it was at night, maybe it's a little lower than Fairbanks, so maybe it didn't get to Fairbanks. Here's Wednesday the 20th. Again, I'm right here, and I'm wondering, so forgive me, it is kind of hard to read these maps, but I noticed something, this purple curvy line, as you go down, it's starting to come up north more. And this is right around the time when it got 50 degrees. So I'm wondering if this was like just I guess a front of warm air. And it would make sense because it's going up toward Fairbanks and then down here around Anchorage and these, coastal cities, it started to rain, I think. Yeah, showers. Yeah, it started to rain a little bit, which means it definitely got warmer. So that would make sense if this purple looking thing brought up maybe some warm winds from, down south here. So, yeah, I would say that these, as much as I can read it, because again, it is kind of confusing, these maps. I'm not pro at reading them, but for the most part, I'd say that they're pretty accurate. It's pretty cool to see, just me going outside and then looking at these and, seeing like, oh wow, yeah, that actually is what happened. So moving down here to some of these satellite images. I wonder if I can. I think that's okay. Okay, so for the water vapor, so here's Fairbanks around here. I'm thinking like that snow and rain just missed Fairbanks because it didn't snow and it didn't rain on the 21st, which is interesting. But it would make sense, I mean, for it to, have precipitation around here, especially if it was warming up a little bit. I would definitely say that the cloud cover matched up for sure, because you can see right, I wish I could describe better, but right here, right where the cursor is, right here and right here, it's very light coverage of clouds. And it's pretty cool to see that because, when I was going outside for these 5 days or so, there wasn't a lot of clouds. And the clouds that there was, it was a very thin layer. They were kind of spread out. You could definitely see the sun behind them. So that's cool to see that, I was accurate on that and these maps show that. And again, I think the precipitation matches up pretty well because I think it was raining down in Anchorage and I think Seward, Kodiak. I'm not sure if those are down here, those coastal cities down south. But yeah, anyways, I will end it here. Thank you guys so much for listening to me talk. Bye, guys.